Hey, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen? Fanboys and fangirls alike, this is the one, the only Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendofreak2011. Sorry, I'm a little bit, not under the weather, I'm just a little tired, because, worked double hour, almost overtime, so, I'm a little stressed out right now, as you can tell by the sound of my voice. But not in a bad way, in a good way, because, hey, I'm getting paid extra this weekend. So, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Of course, most of you guys know by now, unless you've been living under a rock, or you haven't heard by now, Nelson Mandella, unfortunately, he passed away on December 5th, 2013 this year. And it's a little bit of a mourning of a loss, you know, even though CG09 said, oh, might have been a terrorist or something from America, you know. I don't know. Only God knows what it feels. Really, freedom fighter for the people in South Africa, and all the other African Americans, maybe in the U.S. Who knows? But I'm just going to read a little bit right here. So, early childhood, 1918 to 1936. You can read the whole huge article right here because my mind is really crappy right now. Because there's no way in heck I got the energy to read the whole article right here on Wikipedia. So, yeah, here we go. So, 1918 to 1936, dang. Mandela was born July 18, 1918 in the village of Mwizo and Utantu. I'm probably saying that wrong. Utantu? I don't know. Then in a part in South Africa's Cape Providence, giving the forum Riohaliaha and Yasuvaha. I'm probably butchering the crap out of those names. Forgive me on that. Anyone watching out in South Africa? Exiosa's terms conquilly meaning troublemaker. In later years, he became known as clan name Mandela and Mandaba. His, I'm probably going to butcher that name too, but paternal great-grandfather, I'm going to butcher another name, Niku Bankuku. There's probably going to be a lot of butchering names, so please forgive me on that, because English and Spanish are my first two languages. Was a ruler of Thembu and a people of the Triskelian terrorists of South Africa in the Eastern Cape Providence. One of the king's sons, named Mandela, became one of Nelson's grandfathers and the source of his surname because Mandela was one of the king's child by a wife in Izibansa clan and so-called left-handed house. And the descendants of Cape Branch of the royal family were monogrife and ineligible to inherit the throne but recognized as the Hereditary Royal Councillors, I can't even say that right, Councillors. His father, Galdala Henry, and I'm probably going to butcher the crap out of that name, so sorry, forgive me once again. Mikapawiski, but I don't know, Mikapawasia, was a local chief and a counselor of the monarch. He had been appointed to the position in 1915 after his predecessors were accused of corrupting by a government white magistrate. In 1926, Galdala too was sacked for corruption, but Nelson told that he lost his job for standing up for magistrates' unreasonable demands. A devoted god of Kwamata, Galdala was a polygamist and had 4 wives, 4 sons, and 9 daughters who lived in different villages. Nelson's mother, Galdala, third's wife, Nosinaki Fanny, was the daughter of Nika the Dama, and the right-hand house of the member, Ampa Mipuvino and Gaspasa. I don't even know. Later, starting in his early life, was dominated by custom, ritual, and taboo. Mandela grew up in 2 sisters and his mother's cradle in the village of Kuna, which he then tended herds as a cattle boy, spending much time outside with other boys. Both of his parents were illiterate, unfortunately, but being devout Christian, his mother sent to a local Methodist school where he was about 7. Baptized a Methodist, Mandela was given an English forename by Nelson by his teacher. Oh wow. When Mandela was about 9, his father came to stay at Kuina, which he died from an undiagnosed anemia when Mandela believed that he had lung disease. Feeling cut adrift, he later said that in his inherent in his father's proud rebelliousness and stubbornness of the sense of fairness, his mother took Mandela to the great place, and I'm probably going to butcher that name again, Mikagozini. Okay, palace of the Miko Guzzini, which he entrusted by the guardianship and Thimbu Regrant chief, and I'm probably gonna butcher the crap out of their names, so once again, further in advance, please apologize. Forgive me on that. Chief Jungdenipa Dilabadino, I don't know, Dalabadino. Although he did not see his mother for many years, Mandella felt that Jonjitaba and his father Nolanla treated him as their own child, raising him alongside the justice and daughter for Nomafu. As Mandella attended church services every Sunday with his guardians, Christianity became a significant part in his life. I had no idea. He attended a Methodist mission school later and located in the next place studying English, Yazuba, history, and geography. He developed a love for Africa history, listening to the tales that elderly visitors in the palace and became influenced by an anti-imperialistic rhetoric of Chief Joyi. At the times, he nevertheless considered the European colonists as benefactors, not oppressors. At 16, he, Justice, and several other boys traveled to Tailahara, I don't know if I'm saying that right, to undergo the circumcision ritual and to symbolically mark their transition from boys to men. The ride over, he was given the name, I'm going to butcher that name, unfortunately, sorry, excuse me, Dilabunga. And let's just get to the slideshow. Let's begin. So yeah, unfortunately, even though he did lose his father and stuff, rest in peace to him and his father, this guy brought so much peace and prosperity to this world. It's fucking unbelievable. It's freaking insane. This guy was literally a master when it came to like fighting the power and shit like that, even though unfortunately he was dying at like 95, and that's a pretty old ass age. I mean, and of course you see Morgan Freeman there playing that Nelson Mandella movie. And unfortunately I never really got to see it as much as I would love to see it way back in the day. But it was rated R, so unfortunately I couldn't do that. And yes, unfortunately, lost a lot of freaking good people this year, I'm telling you. And it's for my Latinos out there, not trying to be biased or anything, Jenny Rivera, unfortunately it's been a whole year since she died yesterday. I may or may not do a video on it, like on my Nintendofreak2011 channel, because I did do it over there last year. If you want to check that out, put down a link in the description box below. Another really crazy thing is, unfortunately, even though I heard all these rumors and stuff that like his wife and stuff, supposedly from some of the corrupt government over there, that like they did this torture where they would put a tire in somebody's like neck and just burn them to death, and that sounds extremely fucking painful. Good Jesus Christ in heaven. I would never want to experience that shit ever, like seriously. Even though we live in the US here and sometimes there's tyrannical police state, New World Order, Illuminatis, Freemasons, yada 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 yada, you already know the rest, like New World Order, etc. Globalists, blah blah blah, banksters. I already know about all that. But it would be hard as fuck for me to believe that that dude, he could have committed all this shit. 'Cause this guy was a man of fucking peace, man. You're meaning to tell me that all these years I was lied to? Like seriously, come on, man. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you what to give the program because then you'd be stuck in a matrix. But that's a completely different topic. So I'm just going to pay my respects to this guy because, he definitely deserves a lot more than credit. I mean, he got the Nobel Peace Prize, Pulitzer Prize, any prize under his belt. You name it, he had it. Seriously, he even had a bridge in a city named after this guy. This is how epically, predominantly, amazingly talented this guy was. He would make speeches here and there. This guy was literally, he was peace for the people. This guy was amazing. I mean, I can't say it well enough. And unfortunately, he left the world on, even though he was a little old. I think he had lung cancer or tuberculosis. I'm not sure how he died, but, the world's going to miss that guy. Nelson Mandella, rest in peace to him, because I know that Moreno dude, Misanthropic, when he talked about it a little bit. I'm going to put the link down his channel below if you want to see his rest in peace tribute to him, because, hey, I got respect where respect is due. If every African Moreno dude was like this, was about peace, prosperity, just being chill, relaxed, without, weed and marijuana and shit like that. Sometimes I'm not trying to categorize or generalize. I'm just saying what's on my mind, It's unfortunate. Fortunately, big giant mainstream medias like CNN and Fox News are like they have this personal agenda on African Americans and minorities and shit. Sometimes Latinos too. Mexicanos, like, man, even though I was born in the U.S. and shit, but I'm not gonna get into that shit. But other than that, it's sad because this guy was a living legend. Unfortunately, he left the world, and hopefully he's just up there in heaven smiling at everyone else. Cause this guy, besides being with black people, he had respect for every other race, ethnicity out there. Even though the white people over there, they were giving him a really hard ass time, giving him a lot of shit, and he put up with it for a long time, to almost his dying days. And this guy, he had a way with words. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I remember in the 90s, back in my 90s kids, I used to hear about this guy almost all the time, get his name brought up, Mandela, when Bill Clinton was still president at that time, and George Bush, It was really crazy to believe, and I know a lot of that time all the big giant franchises, like, not trying to get off topic too much here, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Pokemon, Harry Potter, what else, The Matrix, Home Alone, any of the mainstream media outlets out there, even though it's entertainment, because, I was a 90s kid, what did I expect? I was a real little ass 6 to like 12, 13-year-old kid. Shit's sad, Hopefully this guy will always be remembered in everyone's hearts. And, hey, he did a lot of good deeds, and hopefully that was good enough for him to get into heaven. Well, that's pretty much it done. So, like I always say, it is what it is, ain't what it ain't. See you when I see you guys every day, every night, wherever around the world. Don't drink and smoke weed at the same time. Don't drink the reckless. See you soon. See you around. Be easy. Stay safe. See you later. Rest in peace to Mr. Nelson Mandella. This guy was a very phenomenal world changer. Unfortunately, the world would miss him. Even though I didn't care about Michael Jackson too much. So, no offense, Brian 3TR Top. I know you love the crap out of that dude, but I'm not real crazy about him. Alright, peace out. Lates. Goodbye. Late. And I'll see you soon. See you around. I'm getting the hells out. And, yeah, take it easy, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.